Hi guys, this is RRR Refuel Ride Race channel. Again, another test drive, this time a very special one, and this is Subaru WRX, slightly modified with some tuning on it. And you know what? Let's go and firstly feel this car. Let me welcome you to today's episode. ...650cc bike, 6 positions. Okay, why is this car so special? Let me explain you. This is WRX Subaru from 2003 with 225 horsepower, but it has a cheap tuning inside, so it produces around 260 horsepower, and it has also a blow off for the more stable pressure inside of the engine and to be more responsive. Otherwise, this car has also some modifications that we can see outside, and these are mostly from the STI version of this Subaru. The air intake from the front of this car is from the STI version. The alloy wheels are also additional on this car. This version had only 17 alloys, but this one has the 18 alloys, so they look even better in my opinion. Another very nice touch from the STI model is this rear spoiler here that makes this car even more aggressive, something that the Subaru fans already know. WRX Impreza, so a very famous and well-known car, also from the rally world. The Blitz exhaust that you already heard, and this is a Japanese brand that is sounding really nice on this car. Okay guys, just one clarification more, and this is the part of this front bumper, and as you see, this plastic covers this part, so this is also from the STI version of this car, and here you have the fog lights inside. This car is from 2003. This is the second generation of the Impreza, I mean the facelift one. So, some words about the styling of this car. It has a pretty classic, or let's say traditional look. It is a 4-door limousine, and the roof it's quite high. You see that here the line goes ahead and then not so quickly down, so it is also comfortable to sit on the rear seats. Another special thing about this car, and this is about the doors that are without the frame. So here you can see we have only windows without the frame. Otherwise, the same situation is at the rear, so no frames on the doors. The car has also the sport seats, and it really doesn't have very much space on the rear seats, but for someone that is not very tall, it is still appropriate. So sitting here, it is not a big problem. If somebody that sits at the front, it's less than 1.80 meters or less than 6 foot, and I have enough space for sitting. I have to say that these seats are really soft, so the comfort is not a real problem in this car, I would say. The trunk it's pretty big, and the capacity is 401 liter. This dimension, it is not very wide, but considering the fact that this is a 4-door limousine, it is appropriate. So the front sitting position, it's really nice. I have to say that this is a stock steering wheel, and I have enough space also for my knees, even though I'm 6'1" or 185 centimeters tall. So this car has a nice sitting position, and I have to say that I really like it. One thing more to mention, this car has also very nice and soft seats also here at the front, like at the rear seats. So it surprised me a bit, because I thought that such a sport car would have harder seats, I have to say. This car has also a turbo timer, and this is here additionally installed in this car. So this turbo timer's function is that it helps the turbo to stay on when you turn off the car. So it is a nice additional gadget on this car. All 4 electric windows, and additionally installed these three indicators. This is the turbo pressure, this is the temperature of the outgoing outgoing gases, and this is the oil pressure of the engine. The sound is really nice. It is deep as expected. It is a proper boxer sound. It is also equipped with the climate system, so adjusting the temperature on the right and selecting the mode of the air, it's on the left side. So nothing really special in this regard, but I can say that the cabin inside is pretty spacious, and I don't have any complaints about this. According to the space, useful space in this car, I have to say that here it is not plenty, so here you can just put some smaller things like some papers or keys or something like this, and the front space in front of the passenger, it's only big enough for the half-liter bottle. The car has also the servo system. The handbrake is the classic one, so no electric handbrake inside this car, because this car is meant to be a very fun car and a sports car in anyway. The valve dump or blow off, as some people call it, here are the little holes for the pressure to come out, and the function of this gadget, it's to keep the constant pressure inside, so you don't lose the time when you drive. And I have to say that the stock version of this car has 225 horsepower. Instead, this car has about 260 horsepower. But the real question is about the torque. So the standard car has 300 Newton meters of torque at 4000 RPMs, but this car, as it is tuned, it has even more. Okay guys, and you know what? Now it's time to go and drive it. The first impressions, I have to say that the steering, it's a bit heavy, but I was kinda expecting this, because this is a sports car, so the steering, it's really direct. So it feels very powerful, I have to say it. So right now we are already in the 5th gear, and the drive is smooth, and the feel, it's like it should be in a sports car. The engine is responsive, and you can also hear it when I'm changing the gears and accelerating. So you just press the throttle and the car goes. Right now we already passed 100 kilometers per hour, but it was in a no time. So when you press the throttle, it goes like an airplane. And whenever you are changing the gears, you just hear that sound of the blow off, that it's really mind-blowing, I would say. I have to say that this road, it's really the road for this car. So driving this car on such a nice mounty road, it's a pure pleasure. So in the twisties, this car feels like planted on the road. It has a sport suspension, and also the wheels are 18. Let me check and test the brakes, so we can also comment the brakes. So the brakes are powerful, and when you just touch the pedal, they just react. The gears go very easily, so you just need more pressure to put it in a selected gear. So right now I am driving this car in the fourth gear, and when going to the third, you just need more force to put it in the third. But otherwise, very precise gear changes, and I have to say that I like it. This car, it's all about sport, and as you probably know, Subaru, it's the name that it's famous in the rally world, so we don't have to explain anything more here. And the four-wheel drive, that it's brand itself from Subaru, it's just a fantasy in this car. So you can feel very relaxed on such a twisty and narrow road, because the car, it's all the time where you just want it to be. Even if you accelerate in these such tight corners, it is a very safe job to do. Man, this car feels really addictive, and the blow off that we are hearing and experiencing right now, it's just mind-blowing. So this is really something that it's needed in this car, to feel the sound and the power of this Subaru engine. And right now it is pretty clear why Subaru is a Japanese legend in the rally world. It just has something very unique, and this is the combination of the four-wheel drive, of the great boxer powerful engine, and of the very planted feel on the road. It's time to do 3 pros and 3 cons. First, the engine. The engine, it's powerful more than you need. In this car that is tuned, it has around 260 horsepower, so whenever you need, it goes. Second one, the car feels very planted on the road, so whenever you would like to drive it fast, you can. And the third one, the feel in the car and the sound. This is amazing. So this is a proper sport car, and right now I really believe that the story of Subaru, it's the story about rally and about very nice feel inside the cabin. Okay, and the 3 cons, I really would like to apologize here and right now, because I just found 2 of them. And this is the clutch pedal that it's a bit heavy and you need more force when using the clutch, so this one I really don't like. And also changing the gears, it needs more force when selecting and when putting in a gear. So these 2 I really don't like. Anyways, I am very impressed with this car, and let's end it with this. Okay guys, it's time to conclude. It is time to say goodbye to this legend Subaru WRX, and I hope that you enjoyed. It is a very nice sports car, and you can feel it. I have to say that I am a bit sad to leave this car right now, right here, but the life is just like it is. So thanks for watching, and like always, like, share and subscribe. Till the next one.